welcome back to All About Community. Again, my name is Robert L. Harris. I am your host, and my guest is Carl Chan, who is the immediate past president of the Oakland Chamber of the Chinatown Chamber of Commerce. Carl, you one time indicated that you wanted to see the resignation of Councilperson Nikki Bass. What was that all about, and do you still have that feeling, or have you changed your mind?
Bob, people know me. I kept saying this over and over again, that I am 95% politically correct, but you just don't want to see my 5%. And what I mean is this: we can always agree to disagree, and especially many elected officials. And I enjoy, all throughout all these years working with all these mayors, council members, and especially, council member representing our district. So it's very unfortunate that I had to take this action. Now remember, I wasn't asking for a recall. I was asking for a resignation. But you and I know she's not going to resign, right? So I just want to send out a strong message of why I was doing that, and to bring out the reason why. So it's okay that we may have different opinion and different things. It's okay. Mm-hmm. But remember that each district, sometimes, we have what we call the Business Improvement District. And we're also setting that up. It took us 4 full years to convince the property owners to pay additional tax dollars, and so that we can have the additional money to help our own community in Chinatown community to do at least major 4 things: cleaning the street, providing security and graffiti removal, but also assist many of our homeless, in the area. And unfortunately, when we are finishing those 4 years and trying to electing, board members, first I want to say thank you for her to help us at the beginning, at some point. But unfortunately, I was the host having a meeting and to have the immediate, we try to have the interim board member. But it was hijacked with her help. And now that the people are running it, number one, they were not vetted as property owners, and they came in, and it's okay too. But if they can run it the way that how we want to see it, and unfortunately, our council member Nikki Bass promised me that she'll find ways to fix it. Now remember, I was the host, but she calling me and saying that, allow her to be the host. But I did not realize there was a, it's kind of like hijacking the whole thing. But she promised to get it done, but she was not able to do it at the time. So I wanted to express, not only for myself, I want to express that how we are feeling in the entire community, especially the property tax owners, and many of them, they are seniors. And it's hard-earned dollars. I want to make sure that they deserve what they're supposed to get.
So you think she's now back on the right path? Is that right?
I
pretty much so.
I have to give her a lot of credit. Because after that, she called, and then we talked. So I want to give her another opportunity.
Okay, so you're going to give her. You're very generous. I like that about you, Carl. Now let me ask you quickly about violence against Asians right here in Oakland. Has that increased or decreased in the last year or so?
Well, again, earlier I mentioned about politics dividing the people, and especially the rhetoric at some point, when the pandemic came, and the blame was to the Chinese, and then especially aiming for Chinese and Asian community. So we are facing an uptick of a lot of crimes against our community.
And you've had an experience, a personal experience yourself, did you not?
Oh, yes. So I was also being targeted. I was ambushed and got attacked. But I got lucky because I was able to use my phone. I couldn't see any cameras, but I was able to use my phone and took the picture and sent it to the police. And of course, my attacker was apprehended.
Why do you think the violence has been happening? What's driving that? You have a feeling as to what's driving that?
Yes, I do. I do believe that, as I said, when we are seeing crisis, as mentioned earlier by Congresswoman Barbara Lee, and that's how politics playing an ugly face, so that, we're being attacked. But again, the attack is not only against Asian community and Chinese community, it's also the Black community as well.
Yes, and that goes to the whole issue of public safety. How do you think we're doing in that area of public safety? Is enough attention being paid to that?
I want people to understand. Sometimes, people are telling us percentage and number. Don't be fooled, because sometimes so-called report, all these numbers are reported crimes. But especially if, let's say, let me tell you, if let's say only one crime happened, one incident. If you increase 100%, well, that's only 2. But when there's so many, the number is so huge, even though 1 or 2% is a lot. But again, what I hate to see is that having our elderly being attacked, and which is pretty upsetting, and also small businesses, they're having tough time survival. So we need to help our community. When I say our community, it's not only the Chinese Asian community, it's entire
It's
city.
the entire community.
Everyone.
And when we come back from break, we want to go a little bit further into this whole issue of budget and public safety, and whether or not public safety is described by how you spend your money. Don't touch that remote. We will be right back with All About Community. Again, my name is Robert L. Harris. I'm your host, and my guest is Carl Chan.